Destructuring objects in JavaScript is a very useful technique to extract data from object and use them as separate variables. For example, we have this object called person with keys name, last name, age, and favorite color. And then imagine we have a function which takes an object as an argument, and then we print a message. We want to print name, last name, age, and favorite color. We have to refer to this object every time we want to use a key inside this function, right? So if we want to run it and we want to pass our person, it will be this message. But we can optimize this function and by using Destructuring get rid of all this reference to the argument object, and it will be quite simple. So instead of waiting for the whole object, we're waiting for specific keys inside this object: name, last name, age, favorite color. Right, and now we can delete all these references here, and code will look much cleaner. Right, we can run this function again. Results are the same. At the same time, we can also rename those keys to use them by different names. For example, maybe instead of name, we want to use f name. Instead of last name, we want to use l name. We can keep age as it is, and instead of favorite color, we want to use maybe something more descriptive, favorite color, right? And then we can use these new names we assigned instead of the old ones. So it will be f name and l name, age, favorite color, right? Then we'll write it, we will call this function. It will do the same. So basically what's happening is that we're doing this destructuring: name, last name, age, favorite color, and as the value we assign our person object. Now we have separate variables. They are not linked to this object in any way. Even if we will change the values of the keys inside the person object, it will not affect these variables we just created. They are 4 separate variables. Using destruction of objects is especially maybe handy then you work with React components. They receive in props. You can just destructure it right away. Or in Express controllers, you can destructure body or params of request and just use separate variables instead of always referring to them.